I welcome you all to this open session on the economics optional for the civil service examination to be conducted by the UPSC. This session is mainly designed in order to improve your understanding about the economics optional as a subject. It will also help you in laying the roadmap for your preparation study and improving your preparation study. Now, whether you are at the early stage, that means just you are thinking about whether to take this optional or not, you are in a decision making mode, or you want to improve your understanding or you want to improve your preparation strategy, this session will basically help you. So, what we are going to discuss in this detailed open session about the economics optional is that what are the core areas or what are the core part what we are providing here, and what you should be taking into account when taking a decision whether to take economics optional as a subject or not. And if you take this subject, that what are the core areas you should be focusing on. So, what we are going to discuss in this open session, first thing is that the key part you should be considering why to choose economics optional. So, in this part obviously we will be taking into account whether you have the interest for this subject or not, it is suitable to which type of the students, what is the scoring potential of it, success rate of the economics optionals. So, we will be discussing all this in this part. Next we will be discussing is the syllabus deconstruction, that is paper 1 and paper 2, how much of it is static, how much of it is dynamic, because there is a question in mind for students is that economics as a subject is all throughout the entire content is basically dynamic, but it is basically a myth. Majority of the question is basically static. The entire paper 1 will be static, paper 2 also, pre-independence will be static, the pre-liberalization will be static, only few questions are requiring the dynamic content. So, we will be discussing that with a past year reference question. Third thing we will be discussing here is the pattern of the past year question, because by observing those questions we can come to a conclusion that how much question is direct or applied or numerical or it is mathematical, and how many questions are repeated. So, those things we will be discussing in the when we discuss about the past year question. Next we will be discussing the answer writing approach. Being as objective paper, if you can say a lot of objectivity there in this paper. So, what will be the answer writing approach, what type of answer they are basically seeking, that means you can write the same answer in different format also, you can write the same thing from the book or textbook language also. So, which mode will be more preferred. So, how to write a good answer in order to get more marks. So, we will be discussing in this category of answer writing approach. Then another important point is what are the sources, that means from where to read, let us say micro market structure or welfare economics, because there are many books. So, which book is close to your requirement, close to the requirement. So, we will have a specific book list for micro, macro, international, money banking and finance, for even paper 2 Indian economy. And again, it is not that I will say for micro read only one book, even in micro there are multiple parts, market structure, welfare, distribution. So, for different topic different book is recommended. So, what are the important chapter of those books? So, you have to just refer to those chapter from the selected book. So, that will be explained under the sources. And apart from that, what we are basically offering in terms of the course content, in terms of batches like the foundation batch, then we have a markup program which is daily answer writing practice, then mentorship program and the test series. So, what are the different things what we are offering? So, first thing we start first of all with this section, why choose economics optional. Now, whenever any student is taking a decision which optional to choose for the civil service examination, the most important thing that comes to mind, whether you have the interest for that subject or not. You have to take decision based upon few criteria. First, whether you have interest for that subject or not. If you do not have any interest in that subject, naturally you will be not inclined to take that subject. Second, how much is the marks that you can score there, because that will determine the success rate. So there has to be some empirical data, what is the success rate. Next is whether a student from non-economics background, उनके लिए economics optional as a subject will be difficult or easy or moderate difficulty. So we can discuss that also with again some fact. So when we decide about whether to choose economics optional or not, the few things that comes to mind is, first, you must have the interest for that particular subject. So if a student is coming from economics honors background or from BCom background, having read some economics part, naturally the student will be having some interest towards that subject. Even students coming from the non-economics background, from the engineering background, they have the bent for understanding the numerical part also, for understanding the diagram also, plus a lot of objectivity there in this subject. So interest is our first requirement. Second important point is the scoring potential. That means how much you can score in this optional. Now, when we discuss about this second part, that is scoring potential. So students generally aim for scoring in the range of about 300 in the optional, but that is very ambitious, we can say, target. Since 2018 onwards, I will say 2018 and before that, many students, in fact even in economics optional, tend to score more than 300, even 335 का भी score होता था, but over a period of time scale down है. So the score right now of about 275 to 300 is as good as the score of 320 of, we can say, 2018. So a score of 275 to 300 will be a realistic goal, I will say. If you achieve that 300, it is well, but a range of 275 to 300, like this year 2025 marks, if you see, the highest score in economics optional is 286 or 87. The student who scored 280 scored a rank of 377. Student who scored rank 4, the score in economics optional is 258, I think. Student who scored secured a 16th rank, Monica Sevasto, her score is 271. So 280 का score भी है, that means the score of 250 or you can say 260 to 280, that is basically a good score. If the score, that means a score of about 250 plus will certainly create a chance for interview call, that is for sure. I will refer it to the cut-off marks also. But if you score in excess of 275, there is a good chance that you will clear and you will get a good rank as well. So aim for in the range of 275 to 300. On that day you may cross 300 also, but last 4-5 year का जो data है वो suggest नहीं कर रहा है कि student अभी 300 plus score कर रहा है. अर्जुन गुप्ता in fact scored 299 with rank of 32. Now that means most of the students are in that range, 275 to 300. So I will say 275 to 300 is a good score and a lot of students are doing it, and that determines the success rate. So success rate with economics optional is one of the highest as compared to any other optional that you choose. So first thing is the scoring potential is there. Only when, since students are scoring good, that is why you can find many top rankers also. This year 4 students out of top 25 with economics optional, so quite good percentage. So interest must be there is one part, scoring potential is second thing, and your overlap with the general studies paper, the essay and the interview part. Like interview usually happens in the month of January, February, which is the period of economic survey, union budget. So even students not coming with the economics optional, they are also asked the question related to the economic topic. So if you are having the economics optional as a subject, then there is a good chance that a lot of question will be coming from the economic survey and the budget and your opinion about that. Then overlapping with the GS paper 3 plus about 15 to 20 question in prelims will be for the economics topic. 15 to 20 क्वेश्चन, 15 to 20 इफ यू स्कोर करेक्टली, वो इकोनॉमिक्स और फाइनेंस रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन होंगे बट दे आर रिलेटेड विद द इकोनॉमिक्स पार्ट. तो 15 to 20 क्वेश्चन, दैट मीन्स इफ यू करेक्ट अबाउट लेट अस से 15 क्वेश्चन बेयर मिनिमम, तो 30 मार्क्स दैट इज जो रिक्वायरमेंट कट ऑफ का है. लास्ट ईयर का कट ऑफ आई थिंक 92 पॉइंट समथिंग इज फॉर जनरल कैटेगरी. अबाउट 30 प्लस मार्क्स यू कैन स्कोर फ्रॉम इकोनॉमिक्स topic based question. So it gives you an edge in the prelims, it gives you edge in GS paper 3, and also one of the topic in the essay is also related to the economic topic. So overlapping with the general studies, essay and the interview. Fourth thing is basically about I am referring about the suitability, that means which this optional subject is suitable to or suitable for इवन नॉन इकोनॉमिक्स बैकग्राउंड ऑल्सो. जो जिनका इकोनॉमिक्स बैकग्राउंड है या बीकॉम बैकग्राउंड है या जिन्होंने इकोनॉमिक्स रेफर कर रखा है या नॉन इकोनॉमिक्स बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं, इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं, उनके लिए वो सूटेबल है. एंड लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल दिस ईयर रैंक 16 मोनिका श्रीवास्तव वाज नॉट हैविंग द कोर इकोनॉमिक्स बैकग्राउंड, अ स्टूडेंट कमिंग विद कंप्यूटर साइंस बैकग्राउंड एंड स्कोरिंग गुड इन द इकोनॉमिक्स ऑप्शनल एंड सिक्योरिंग अ गुड रैंक. दैट बेसिकली मोटिवेट्स द अदर स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो in order to take up that this subject. So first thing again I repeat, you must have the interest. So even it is possible that students may be having with the economics or honest background but not finding more interest in that subject. So first requirement is that interest. Second is about the scoring potential. So there is a scoring potential of that. Overlapping with the GS, essay, other interview, and suitability you have to basically check on your own front. So these things I think you should be taking into mind when you are referring to the economics optional as a subject. Plus one more thing I will add is how much time it will take. So a period of I will say 5 to 6 months will be good enough for preparing the subject. 5 to 6 months. That means if a student is starting after prelims, say or in the month of May or June, बाय ईयर एंड, जिस ईयर भी एग्ज़ाम देना है, जैसे अगर 2027 में एग्ज़ाम देना है तो योर ऑप्शन शुड बी रेडी बाय 2026 दिसंबर. 28 में एग्ज़ाम देना है तो 27 के दिसंबर तक आपका ऑप्शन कंप्लीट हो जाना चाहिए. सो अबाउट 5 to 6 मंथ आई विल से फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग दी. एंड व्हेन आई से प्रिपेयरिंग द सब्जेक्ट, इट मीन्स यू मस्ट हैव द कंप्लीट राइट अप रेडी, understanding plus write up with the core book. So a detailed notes must be there. It is not just synopsis हमने बना रखा, understand कर रखा, we know the subject and I will write it. That approach will not work. Even if you know the topic, you have to write it in a detailed manner. Detailed manner में आपके notebook में होना चाहिए, plus you must write it multiple times so that you can learn that, and then only you can expect that you will be able to reproduce that in the examination hall. So practice is an important part. So first of all content preparation, then repeatedly you have to write it, like daily answer writing, the test series, the sectional test, comprehensive test, over a period of time you are writing multiple times. So that is an important part. So when I say 5 to 6 months, it include your content writing plus daily answer writing, regular test. So that will help you in preparing this subject. So this is your one part, why to choose economics optional and what are the important factors which you should be taking into account. Now the next important part is when you take a decision about any optional, naturally you will go to the syllabus part, and I will rather say कि syllabus से ज़्यादा important part है past year के question को देखना, because question will give you an idea. Syllabus may be deceptive बिकॉज सिलेबस लास्ट 20-25 ऐसे यूपीएससी पे जैसे ऑप्शनल के सिलेबस है वो वैसे लिखे हुए हैं, बट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम क्वेश्चन इवॉल्व हो गए. तो जब क्वेश्चन इवॉल्व हो रहा है तो आपका सिलेबस भी आई विल से एक्सपैंड हो जाता है. नेक्स्ट न्यू टॉपिक के क्वेश्चन आ गए तो वो नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए सिलेबस का पार्ट हो गया. सो फर्स्ट आई विल डीकंस्ट्रक्ट द सिलेबस. सो नेक्स्ट कम टू द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ इट. So regarding the syllabus for economics optional, and when we deconstruct it, the core things that you have to keep in mind here is how much part of it is static and the dynamic. So one concern is whether it is a static subject or whether it is a dynamic subject. Now when we refer to the syllabus part, I will explain the syllabus in detail because it is an important section now. When we discuss about the syllabus paper 1 and paper 2, so paper 1 itself will have 5 subtopic: micro, macro, money, banking and finance, international economics and growth and development. And paper 2, it is divided broadly into 2 parts: pre-independence and post-independence. Post divided into 2 parts: pre-liberalization and post-liberalization. That is in short a syllabus, but just refer to this syllabus in detail. So when we talk about the paper 1, and that will help you in understanding whether it is a static paper or a subject or a dynamic. So first come to this syllabus part. First is the first section here, advanced microeconomics. Advanced microeconomics के अंदर 4 parts mentioned है: Marshallian and Wallachian approach, then alternative distribution theory, market structure which says monopolistic competition, duopoly, oligopoly, then modern welfare criteria. 4 things are mentioned, but again I repeat one thing. Syllabus का एक section आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है जो syllabus में mentioned है. So naturally you will be expecting question from these part, and most of the question will be basically from this part. But what is missing here, like for example any student starting micro will generally start with the consumer theory. So consumer theory is not written here, and they are not asking question also from there. But if you start the book chala ho jaye, it gives a lot of space for explaining the consumer theory. I am not saying don't read it, but don't expect a lot of question from consumer theory. Occasionally और rarely एक दो क्वेश्चन कभी पेपर में आ रखा है, जैसे लास्ट का ही क्वेश्चन है मार्शलियन अप्रोच से अगर प्राइस और इनकम दोनों डबल हो जाएंगे देन व्हाट विल बी द इफेक्ट ऑन डिमांड. बट मेजरली कंज्यूमर थ्योरी का क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है, बट ओकेजनली देयर इज, सो यू हैव टू कवर इट ऑल्सो, बट योर फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी विल बी टू कवर दीज टॉपिक्स. देन क्वेश्चन ऑन द प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट, they are again not mentioned here. It could be a major topic if you are preparing for the Indian economic service, but not here. So the area of importance or with a greater weightage is mostly the market structure. That question will dominate in your micro section. But syllabus says monopolistic, duopoly, oligopoly. That only 3 words: monopolistic, duopoly, oligopoly, without referring perfect competition, without referring monopoly. But you will find question from the monopoly also, you will find question from the perfect competition also. So when you are reading market structure, read all the market form. That means there are some question coming, we can say outside what has not been written here. So your objective and the purpose of our class will be basically to cover the entire part. You have to draw the outer boundary as far as possible, cover as many as topic, but the core will remain what is written here, because 80 to 90% chance you will be getting all the question from this syllabus को follow कर रहे हैं. मतलब it is not कि consumer theory नहीं लिखा हुआ और a lot of question they are asking from consumer theory. They are asking a lot of question from the market structure. I will show the topic wise question here which will substantiate that part. So 4 important areas in the consumer theory. Then in the micro. Second part is the advanced macroeconomics. So naturally when you are answering this micro question, they are the core theoretical question. Nothing dynamic there. Static part है, आपसे liquidity trap का question पूछा गया है, crowding out का question पूछा जा रहा है, या market sector में coalescive oligopoly का question है, non coalescive oligopoly का question है, Ricardian distribution theory है, Kalecki distribution theory है, वेलफेयर में पैरेटो क्राइटेरिया, कैल्डोरिस क्राइटेरिया, सेटोस्की क्राइटेरिया, फर्स्ट थ्योरम ऑफ वेलफेयर, सेकंड थ्योरम ऑफ वेलफेयर, ए सेन का वेलफेयर फंक्शन है, एरोज इम्पॉसिबिलिटी थ्योरम है. अ लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन देयर हियर इन दिस वेलफेयर, और रिपीटेडली वही क्वेश्चन आपको पेपर के अंदर मिल जाएंगे. तो माइक्रो और ईच एंड एवरी टॉपिक को जब व्हेन आई से यू आर रेफरिंग टू दिस पार्ट, सी द सिलेबस एंड जस्ट गो टू द क्वेश्चन. If I club this part, see to the question and just go to the question area. So when I go to the question part, like this, advanced micro market structure question. Now market structure question what is the importance of referring to the past year question, that it will give you an idea what is the nature of question plus what is the weightage of this section. Like I said micro has 4 parts, within that 4 part one topic is market structure. Now that market structure, from that market structure alone you can find in 2025 1 question, 2 question, 3rd question, 4th question, 4 question है, that means about 40 to 50 marks का question होगा. There may be some 10 marker, maybe 15 marker और 20 marker. तो अबाउट 50 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आपको मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर वाले टॉपिक के मिलते हैं ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. ये ट्रेंड कंसिस्टेंट है. 2024 के अंदर भी यू कैन फाइंड 1 क्वेश्चन, सेकंड, थर्ड. 2023 अगेन यू कैन फाइंड 1, 2, 3, 4. सो ऑन एन एवरेज 3 to 4 क्वेश्चन मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर सेक्शन के हैं. एंड इट इज़ नॉट दैट ऑलवेज दे आर आस्किंग अ कैलकुलेशन और न्यूमेरिकल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन. यू कैन सी अ लॉट ऑफ, आई विल से लास्ट 25 ईयर के क्वेश्चन अगर आप निकाल लो तो लास्ट ईयर 25 ईयर का क्वेश्चन निकालेंगे तो 2009 में देयर वाज 1 न्यूमेरिकल, 2013 देयर वाज 1 न्यूमेरिकल, 2019 देयर वाज 1 न्यूमेरिकल. इन रीसेंट पास्ट दे हैव आस्क्ड 1 or 2 पार्ट, बट द एरिया from where they are asking numerical is either coordinate model, Burton model, Stekelver model, and they are the easy question. You must expect कि वो question आपको मिल जाए because that improves your scoring potential. But पूरे पेपर के अंदर 28 क्वेश्चन होते हैं, उस 28 में हार्डली 1 or 2 आपको न्यूमेरिकल कैलकुलेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन मिलेंगे, एंड दैट टू आई सेड ओकेजनली, एंड नेवर आस्क एज अ कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन. दैट मीन्स इफ यू आर अनकंफर्टेबल यू हैव द ऑप्शन टू लीव दैट क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, तो दैट is for the market structure. Similarly, when you refer to the other topic like in welfare economics or advanced macro, by seeing the question, nature of question, you can see mostly it is descriptive. Mostly it is descriptive. And even if they are asking a numerical in the macro section, it is a easy one from the ISLM topic, a very easy numerical from the ISLM topic. But the nature of question is mostly descriptive in nature. So when we discuss about this syllabus, paper 1 and paper 2, so paper 1 will have a 5 part, micro, macro, then macro के साथ भी same issue है. Some topics are written here broadly divided into classical and clinician, which is ISLM, but this syllabus is not mentioning. So something is written here not mentioning inflation, unemployment, Phillips curve, Okun's law, design of monetary policy, Taylor's rule. They are not written in the syllabus directly here, but they are asking question related to that. So read the topic which is mentioned in the syllabus and also cover from the past year, and that past year will help you to draw this outer boundary. Clear? So I am just cautioning you about the syllabus part plus, but it is once you refer to the past year question, then we can say that you are preparing the complete syllabus. So include the syllabus part plus the past year question. Third will be the money banking and finance, a minor part I will say, because a lot of questions they are not asking from this money banking and finance. Section A का पेपर in fact micro, macro, money banking finance का होता है, तो they ask more question from micro, macro. So I will say money and banking and finance थोड़ा under represented हो जाता है क्वेश्चन पेपर के अंदर. बट द क्रिटिकल वन इज वन पार्ट इज द डिमांड एंड सप्लाई ऑफ मनी, सेकेंड पार्ट इज बेसिकली द पब्लिक फाइनेंस. सो इट इज डीलिंग विद द मनी पार्ट ऑल्सो एंड द पब्लिक फाइनेंस पार्ट ऑल्सो. थर्ड इज द इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक्स विच इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट section in paper 1 section B, because I will say about 100 marks का क्वेश्चन इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक्स के होंगे, मतलब 5 to 6 part at least, 6 sometimes 7 or 8 parts are also there only from the international economics section. And international economics is divided into 2 part. One is all about the theories, all type of theories of international trade, starting from the Ricardian model, HO model, standard trade model, specific factor model, new trade theories. And the other section is all about the balance of payment and their adjustment policy and the foreign exchange market. So approach of first, that is theories, is micro, and the approach of second, when we discuss about the balance of payment, it becomes a macro approach. The approach of theories is micro, approach of balance of payment and exchange rate is a macro approach. That means international economics is basically a combination of microeconomics and macroeconomics both. So an important area, and again you can see the question what I said, international economics में this for the welfare, then distribution, small topic, money banking and finance, and the important one is the international economics part. So in 2025 you can see one question was define offer curve and explain the slope. What is J curve effect? Heckscher Rolling theory. Again I said theories भी होगा, theories के question भी होंगे और macro वाले question भी होंगे. So you can find question number 1 question, 2 question, 3, 4, 5, 6, in fact 7, 8, because international economics include theories, balance of payment and all global institution part. 8 question is more than 100 marks का ये question हो गया in section B. इनमें जो पेपर आप अटेम्प्ट करते हैं वो 250 का अटेम्प्ट करते हैं, because you are choose to write 5 question, but पेपर का स्ट्रक्चर 8 क्वेश्चन का है. तो 8 into 50 that is 400 मार्क्स का पेपर होता है. उस 400 का वेटेज में कह रहा हूँ. उस 400 में 100 मार्क्स that is 1/4 of paper 1 is only coming from the international economics section. So just refer to the question. I try to figure it out कि what is the nature of the question, and again you will find a lot of question only descriptive. मतलब आपके पास इन सब क्वेश्चन का आंसर प्रिपेयर्ड है, लिखा हुआ है, आपको बस वहाँ रिप्रोड्यूस कर देना. दे आर नॉट आस्किंग वेरी अप्लाइड क्वेश्चन. एक्सप्लेन और डिफाइन ऑफर कर्व एंड एक्सप्लेन द स्लोप. इसमें कोई कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, कोई एप्लीकेशन इन्वॉल्व नहीं है. तो इट इज़ अ स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन. एक्सप्लेन द प्राइस इफेक्ट, स्टेट द एचओ थियरी, हेक्सर रोलिन थियरी. तो अब ऐसे क्वेश्चन तो स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन, इनके पास इन सब का आपके पास एक वेल प्रिपेयर्ड नोट्स होगा, उसे आपने मल्टीपल टाइम्स लिख रखा हो. अगर वो क्वेश्चन आ रहा है तो आप यू नो कि व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट इन द कंप्लीट आंसर, व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट इन द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ, व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट इन द सेकंड पैराग्राफ, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ द डायग्राम. So international trade is next part, and after that the syllabus is of growth and development, another important section for paper 1. And regarding this growth and development, the important one is that there are different growth models. So when we discuss about the different growth models, again they are not providing you the complete list here. They are just referring Harrod's model, Lewis model, balance and unbalanced, human capital. But if you prepare the different models, I will say about 15-16 total models here, starting from the Harrod model, Domer model, Lewis model, Harris-Todaro model, balanced, unbalanced approach, critical minimum effort theory, then middle theory of circular coordination, AK model, Romer model, human capital model. So if you prepare all the topic, let us say 15-16 हमने मॉडल पूरे के पूरे प्रिपेयर कर लिए, तो आउट ऑफ दोज 15-16 मॉडल 3-4 क्वेश्चन तो आपको पेपर के अंदर डायरेक्ट मिल जाना है फॉर दो डिफरेंट मॉडल्स. एंड अगेन उसमें कोई एप्लीकेशन इन्वॉल्व नहीं होता. बेसिकली यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन दैट, बिकॉज 20 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन यू हैव टू इलाबोरेट, सो यू हैव टू राइट इन फैक्ट एवरीथिंग. तो वन पार्ट इज बेसिकली अबाउट द ग्रोथ मॉडल, एंड सेकेंड पार्ट इज ऑल अबाउट द माइनर वन. आई विल से इट ऑल्सो टॉक्स अबाउट द प्लानिंग, वेलफेयर इंडिकेटर्स over a period of time, how they have evolved or changed, starting from the HDI, then ISDI, then Gender Development Index. So you have to be familiar with all the welfare indicators. And the last part is the development and environmental sustainability. It is basically environmental economics. So new questions you can expect from the environmental section, but 1 or 2 questions generally they ask from the environmental part. Clear? So this is all about the paper 1. So if you see the paper 1, you will find that most of the question is basically static. 1 or 2, let us say for environmental, कोई environmental अगर international negotiation है उससे related question आ गए, तो I will say 1 or 2 question in paper 1 can be, we can say, related to the dynamic part, but rest all is basically a static paper. So this is for paper 1 syllabus, and you can refer to with all the questions for the growth and development and other part as well. Now the next important part is for apart from, now come to paper 2. Now second paper is we can say all about the Indian economy, but one part of the Indian economy is pre-independence. It is economic history of India. Second part is post-independence, which is further divided into two parts: pre-liberalization or post-liberalization. So pre-1991 and since 1991. So when you see the syllabus of this paper 2, it says Indian economy in the pre-independence era. अब important point about this particular part is that in the last few years, if you see the question like this year 2025, all 5 question, all 5 compulsory question were from the pre-independence. 2024 में there were 4 question, compulsory के में 5 question होते हैं, वो all 5 25 में इस pre-independence वाले टॉपिक से आ गए. आप pre-independence के क्वेश्चन को अगर आप आंसर कर रहे हैं तो वो स्टैटिक है कंप्लीटली. ब्रेन थ्योरी का क्वेश्चन है, कमर्शियलाइजेशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर का क्वेश्चन है, डी इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन का क्वेश्चन है, एक्सपेंशन ऑफ रेलवेज का क्वेश्चन है. तो इन सबका आपके पास एक डिटेल रिटन आंसर है. एंड आई विल एक्सप्लेन द सोर्स फ्रॉम वेयर टू रीड व्हेन वी कम टू द सोर्स पार्ट. दैट मीन्स इफ यू प्रिपेयर, आई विल से 8 to 10 टॉपिक ही बनते हैं. 8 to 10 टॉपिक ही हैं और उस 8 to 10 टॉपिक में से 6 क्वेश्चन उन्होंने पूछ लिया एक ही साल के अंदर. क्वेश्चन पेपर अगर आप देखो, प्री इंडिपेंडेंस वाले क्वेश्चन को अगर आप देखेंगे तो प्री इंडिपेंडेंस के क्वेश्चन में दे हैव आस्क दिस ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट. जस्ट सी द पेपर 2. See this Indian economy in the pre-independence. So again a topic wise separated question you can find on our site. 2025 you can see this question 1 2 3 4 5 and all were part of the compulsory question, no choice. बट वो इजी है आपके लिए. अगर वो क्वेश्चन वेटेज ज़्यादा रखते हैं तो आप उसे प्रेडिक्ट कर सकते हैं. अगेन आई रिपीट 8 to 10 टॉपिक ही हैं और उनमें से 5 क्वेश्चन वहाँ पूछ लिए गए. और लास्ट ईयर के पेपर को अगर देखें 24 में यू कैन फाइंड 1 क्वेश्चन 2 क्वेश्चन 3 क्वेश्चन 4 क्वेश्चन 5 क्वेश्चन अगेन. बट अगर आप थोड़ा और पीछे जाएंगे तो उसका वेटेज कम था. रिसेंटली आई विल से द वेटेज फ्रॉम प्री इंडिपेंडेंस हैज बीन इंक्रीज, बट इट इज़ गुड फॉर यू बिकॉज प्रेडिक्टेबल है, स्टैटिक पार्ट है, प्रिपेयर करके उसे लिख देना. सो ऑल्दो सिलेबस हैज़ डिफाइंड इट इनटू 2 पार्ट like pre-independence and then the post-independence divided into 2 parts, pre-liberation and post-liberation, but I have divided the syllabus into 10 parts and that will help you. 10 parts in the sense one section you can say pre-independence, then club pre-liberation and post-liberation as one, and then read the economy from sector point of view. Sector point of view like prepare agriculture, तो एग्रीकल्चर प्री लेबलाइजेशन पोस्ट लेबलाइजेशन एक साथ पढ़ेंगे. आई विल प्रिपेयर इंडस्ट्री, आई विल रीड इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट प्री एंड पोस्ट इन वन गो, डोंट सेपरेट देयर. एग्रीकल्चर वन टॉपिक, इंडस्ट्री वन टॉपिक, सर्विसेज वन टॉपिक, पब्लिक फाइनेंस वन टॉपिक, मॉनेटरी मैनेजमेंट अनदर टॉपिक, एक्सटर्नल सेक्टर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. All problems like poverty, unemployment, inequality, population, club all read as one topic. Planning and development as one topic. Growth record since 1951 to 2025-26 as one topic. The growth record will give you an idea how the economy has changed over a period of time. Then club all current related topic. Current related topic को एक साथ कर लेंगे. Because there are some question related to the government schemes. अब PM सम्मान निधि ये क्वेश्चन अगर वहाँ पे पूछा गया, या रिसेंटली अगर क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि VBG रामजी बिल, हाउ इट इज़ डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द मनरेगा, हाउ इट इज़ गोइंग टू इम्पैक्ट द रूरल इकोनॉमी, टू द फार्मर, टू द लेबरर्स, या PM धन दान कृषि योजना या कृषि उन्नति 2.0 जो सर्वे के अंदर मैंशन हो रहा है. तो वैसे प्रोग्राम को अगर आप लिस्ट डाउन करते हैं तो अगेन आई विल से 15 to 20 रेलिवेंट प्रोग्राम यू कैन फाइंड. और अगर हमने 15 to 20 रेलिवेंट प्रोग्राम कवर कर रखा है तो करंट वाले डायमेंशन के क्वेश्चन आंसर कर लेंगे। और जिस साल भी एग्जामिनेशन दे रहे उस साल का इकोनॉमिक सर्वे डिटेल में पढ़ना है, और अगर स्ट्रेच करना है तो 2 साल का पढ़ लिए। दैट विल गिव यू एन आइडिया कि कौन सा टॉपिक रेलिवेंट है, प्लस डेटा अपग्रेड हो जाएगा बिकॉज जो वट एवर बुक यू आर रीडिंग, बिकॉज I will come to the source की which topic which book you should be referring for the Indian economy, but I have divided the entire syllabus of Indian economy into 10 part, and that will be basically helping you to prepare Indian economy in a holistic way. So 10 different parts of the syllabus, as I mentioned, those are the 10 different parts, including this Indian economy. इस पार्ट को आपको 10 डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करके पढ़ना है। और जस्ट सी द क्वेश्चन पेपर ऑल्सो, इफ यू सी द क्वेश्चन पेपर फॉर द इंडियन इकोनॉमी, फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज लेट अस से इंडियन इकोनॉमी इन द प्री इंडिपेंडेंस एरा, देन ऑल क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम प्री इंडिपेंडेंस, देन मूव टॉपिक वाइज एग्रीकल्चर। नाउ फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चर अगेन क्वेश्चन को देखने का जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एडवांटेज होता है उससे हमें टॉपिक का वेटेज पता चलता है और नेचर ऑफ क्वेश्चन पता चलते हैं, कितने क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो रहे वो मालूम चल जाता है। लाइक 1 क्वेश्चन 2 3 4, अगेन 4 क्वेश्चन, दैट मीन्स मोर देन 50 मार्क्स। और यू कैन फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस रिपीटेड देयर, लाइक ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन क्वेश्चन ईयर, ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन क्वेश्चन ईयर, टारगेटेड पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम क्वेश्चन ईयर, again targeted public distribution question here. So a lot of questions are repeated. So cover one topic agriculture, prepare all the questions, then come to the next topic industry and services, club together, prepare all the topic, again you can find the weightage 1 2 3 4 5 6. 5 6 question means more than 50 marks question will be from industry and services. तो वैसे करके आपको जितने भी टॉपिक है उन टॉपिक को एक एक करके प्रिपेयर कर लेना है। लाइक करंट टॉपिक तो 24 में पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि, अब राइट व्हाट आर द इम्प्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस। अब ऐसे क्वेश्चन को आंसर करने के लिए बेस्ट सोर्स विल बी गवर्नमेंट के डॉक्यूमेंट में जैसे लिखा हुआ है एज इट इज़ वो लिख देना। गवर्नमेंट के डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में इस प्रोग्राम के बारे में जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन है आपको उसके बारे में एज इट इज़ वहाँ से कम कॉपी करके, इनफैक्ट आई विल से राइट। सो व्हाट विल बी डूइंग इन द लेक्चर ऑल्सो दैट वी विल प्रिपेयर ऑल दोज टाइप ऑफ स्कीम्स, और उसे एक पर्टिकुलर हमने कैटेगरी दे रखा है करंट टॉपिक प्रोग्राम एंड द स्कीम्स, क्लियर। एंड देन you come to the external sector, again a very important sector because a lot of question is coming from the external sector, और यहाँ भी policy related है like India's foreign trade policy of 2023 to 28. तो if you see the question paper of second paper, again out of 28 question I will say 3 to 5 question, अगर ये ब्रैकेट हम ले 3 to 5 क्वेश्चन का नेचर डायनेमिक हो सकता है, इधर वो प्रोग्राम रिलेटेड हो गया, पॉलिसी रिलेटेड हो गया, या करंट कोई स्कीम रिलेटेड हो गया। रेस्ट ऑल वी कैन से स्टैटिक। प्री इंडिपेंडेंस कंप्लीटली स्टैटिक, एग्रीकल्चर का मेजर एरिया स्टैटिक है, इंडस्ट्री का मेजर एरिया स्टैटिक है। प्री लिबरेशन जितने भी क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे वो स्टैटिक है। लाइक क्वेश्चन इन आस्क्ड लास्ट ईयर वाज रीजन फॉर स्ट्रक्चरल रेट्रोग्रेशन ड्यूरिंग 1965 टू 1980। अब ये एग्जैक्ट हेडिंग मिशनपुरी वाले बुक के अंदर गिवन है और उसके कॉजेज आइडेंटिफाइड है, फीचर आइडेंटिफाइड है। सो यू हैव टू जस्ट राइट इट देयर। जो 1965 टू 1980 के पीरियड का डेवलपमेंट था, स्ट्रक्चरल रेट्रोगेशन के टर्म को यूज़ किया गया है, वो टर्म आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है। इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्ट्रक्शन के रीजन क्या थे इन दैट पीरियड। सो रेफर टू दैट, प्रिपेयर अ टॉपिक वाइज आई विल से a detailed answer to each and every topic, write it multiple times, then only you will be able to learn some fact also, some data also. Data वैसे याद करना difficult होता है, but अगर आप उसे multiple times refer कर रहे हैं या multiple times लिख रहे हैं over a period of time, तो वो फिर naturally आ जाएगा। तो second paper is I will not say that it is completely dynamic, it is largely I will say the static part and some part is dynamic. So the overall I will say that in the syllabus of economics optional mostly it is a static paper and less is dynamism. So myth is there that it is a more dynamic in nature. Current को see, whatever decision you take, don't just listen to what others are simply saying. Just verify it from the fact. क्वेश्चन पेपर को देख करके आप वेरीफाई करो कि क्वेश्चन पेपर में एग्जैक्टली डायनामिक कितने पार्ट हैं और कितने आपको वहाँ पे करने हैं और कितने आपके पास ऑप्शनल चॉइस है. बट दैट डज नॉट मीन कि आप उसको डायनामिक पार्ट को इग्नोर करना है, रेफर करना है. एनी हाउ GS3 के लिए पढ़ना है उसे, तो एनी हाउ जब GS3 के लिए पढ़ ही रहे हैं तो ऑप्शनल के लिए कवर हो ही जाएगा वो. क्लियर? सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द सिलेबस deconstruction, and also I have referred to the past year question as well. So we have taken in fact two sections in this past year question discussion. When you refer to the past year question, few more things are that just try to identify the core areas from which where repeatedly they are asking the question, and those areas from where they are not asking question. So first of all, जिस क्वेश्चन के आने के 90% चांस है आप उसे प्रिपेयर करेंगे, जिस क्वेश्चन के आने के 10% चांस है, रिमोट पॉसिबिलिटी है. आई विल गिव टाइम बट लेस टाइम ऑन दैट. So trend of the question will help you understanding conceptual, analytical, numerical and applied. There are some applied question asked in the macro section. Like I will give you an example. A question was there in the I think 2018 or 19 that how multiplier will be impacted if consumption and investment both are function of income. अब किसी भी टेक्स्ट बुक में पढ़ते हैं तो consumption as a function of income होता है, investment as a function of rate of interest. But they said if consumption and investment both are function of income, then how multiplier will get impacted. So that can be considered as a part of the applied. Some numerical they are asking from macro but only limited to ISLM, and in micro limited to the market structure. In micro limited to the market structure, and that too Cornet model, Stekelver model. In 2023 they asked first time the numerical question from the international economics. So only one example you find for the international. Mainly it is a theoretical question, description का question है. And repetition, I will say repetition from the core area is about 70 to 80%. 70 to 80% question is basically repeated. वही question different language में क्राउडिंग आउट का क्वेश्चन देखो, आई थिंक 7 to 8 टाइम्स क्राउडिंग आउट का क्वेश्चन है. पॉल्सुदी मॉडल है, 8 to 10 टाइम्स पॉल्सुदी मॉडल पूछ लिए गए. तो 70 to 80% of the question is repeated. That means it is coming from the past year question, but you have a pool of past year question. आपके पास over a period of time काफ़ी क्वेश्चन हो गए. So you have to prepare basically that pool, but in that pool you find 70 to 80% repeated. So prepare that 70 to 80% thoroughly. Means write up complete हो और आंसर आपके पास लिखा हो और उस आंसर को आपने मल्टीपल टाइम्स लिखा हो. So that is basically the role of the past year question, and past year question is helping you to analyze the syllabus also, because क्वेश्चन के बेसिस पे हमको सिलेबस को रीड करना है कि सिलेबस का वो पार्ट है या नहीं है. ऑल्दो नॉट रिटन इन द सिलेबस बट दे आर आस्किंग क्वेश्चन, सो यू हैव टू रीड इट. So this is about the past year question. Now come to the next part is the what will be the sources, because this is an important section. What will be the sources for the economics optional? So economics as a subject or any subject you can find multiple books, but which source and which book is close to your requirement or need, we have to identify that. So topic wise I have prepared a list. In micro, if you are reading market structure, then read it from Kotsanis, chapter number 5 to chapter number 11 and 10-13. If you are reading the welfare in micro, read from the HL Ahuja or read from the Varian. If you are reading the classical model in the macro, read it from the Freund, chapter number 3 and 4. If you are reading Keynesian model, read it from the Dornbusch and Fisher. For international economics, preferably read Paul Krugman for theories, Dominic Salvato for the balance of payment, or you can rely on one book also for the Dominic, and in that case rely only on the Salvatore. For the growth and development, you have ML Jingan. There are other sources, but ML Jingan in itself is not complete for the growth and development, because there may be some question you cannot answer from the ML Jingan only. So for that purpose you have to rely on the other sources. So a list of book is basically there, and you can find that list in the form of sources. You can just refer to this section. For micros, syllabus says only monopolistic, oligopoly and duopoly. The reference part will be chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and chapter 13 from Kutsanis. For the welfare part, read HL Ahuja and chapter 23 from the Kutsanis. And some information will get on mail from office as well. So those will be uploaded on your portal. So whatever I am showing here, you can find the PDF of those uploaded on your account. For distribution, it is ML Jingan. For Marshallian violation, chapter 22, and again some material given by us. For macroeconomics, mainly it is Freund and Dormusch and Fischer. The new classical, you can refer to the Gordon and Freund, and also some chapters from the Blanchard and some chapters from the Branson. ठीक है, तो वहाँ से भी आप रेफर कर सकते हैं फॉर द मैक्रो सेक्शन. फॉर मनी बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस you can rely on Freund for money part. Then incidence of tax, all public finance part you can rely on the Musgrave and Musgrave. और जहाँ पे इंडियन कंटेक्स आ जाएगा उसके लिए आप HL भाटिया रेफर कर सकते हैं पब्लिक फाइनेंस. फॉर सप्लाई ऑफ मनी साइड, लाइक H theory of money supply, money multiplier, deposit multiplier, credit multiplier, adjusted H, रेफर टू मॉनेटरी इकोनॉमिक्स बाय SB गुप्ता. इसकी स्कैन कॉपी आपके पोर्टल में मिल जाएगी. स्कैन कॉपी ऑफ द रेलिवेंट चैप्टर्स, पूरी बुक नहीं पढ़नी है. कोई भी रेफरेंस यहाँ दे रहे हैं तो ये सारी बुक नहीं पढ़नी, यू हैव टू रेफर सेलेक्टेड चैप्टर फ्रॉम इट. सो जेरोक्स ऑफ दोज एंड स्कैन कॉपी ऑफ दैट विल बी अपलोडेड ऑन योर अकाउंट. Then for the international economics, it is mainly chapter 1 to 8 from the Paul Krugman. I said for the theories, preferably read Krugman, and remaining part you can refer from the Salvatore, remaining chapters. Krugman and Salvatore ये दोनों combine करेंगे तो I think international is over. Growth and development, it is mainly ML Jingan. You can refer few chapters from the Devraj development economics, mainly for new growth theories, then a Lewis model, Harris-Todaro model, and solo model, you can refer from the Mankiw. Then Romer model you can refer from the Jones, chapter 5, ML Jingan. So for growth and development, multiple we can say, but when I say multiple book, it is not referring to the complete book, only few chapters from that book. So just compilation of those will be included in your study material also. One spiral for micro, one for macro, one for growth and development, one for international, one for money and finance. And similarly, you can refer for the paper 2. Paper 2 may the pre-independence, which is becoming a very critical part now. You can refer from SSM Desai, Economic History of India. You may be referring to Tirthankar Roy, but I will suggest कि आंसर लिखने के लिए ये बेटर बुक है. It is a short book, point wise given है, because आंसर लिखते समय I need some point, only then you can elaborate on that. तो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ आंसर आपको यहाँ से मिल जाएगा. एंड एवरी टॉपिक इज बेसिकली दिया जो भी पेपर में क्वेश्चन पूछेगा. इवन दो रेयर क्वेश्चन रेशियो कंट्रोवर्सी का क्वेश्चन आया था, वो क्वेश्चन भी इनफैक्ट आपको SSM देसाई वाले बुक में मिल जाएगा. तो आई विल सजेस्ट, एंड अगेन नोट नीड टू बाय दिस, यू विल गेटिंग द scanned copy of this. Then the second part, which is a pre and post labelization, you may refer to the Uma Kapila, which is an edited book. इसमें EPW के अलग अलग आर्टिकल्स है, वो आर्टिकल भी आपको स्कैन फॉर्म में मिलेंगे. बट यू कैन रिलाई ऑन, यू कैन टेक दिस बुक, आई विल से मिश्रा एंड पुरी, because this make this book as the base. Again, the difference between Uma Kapila and Mishra Puri, from Uma Kapila you will have to frame your own answer. They are good in terms of the content quality, but you will have to put a lot of effort. Mishra Puri is easy book, easy to read, and it will help you to prepare answer. Point wise given है, तो अगर वहाँ से अगले प्लस अपडेटेड है वो, recent data वहाँ include करें, you can take the recent addition. So preferably refer to the मिर्जापुरी उमा कपिला का जो कंटेंट है वो वैसे भी वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्कैन कॉपी. प्री लिबरेशन के लिए भी वही करना है और पोस्ट लिबरेशन के लिए भी वही करना है. प्री एंड पोस्ट दोनों के लिए आपको ये फॉलो करना है. प्लस यू कैन रेफर टू एनी न्यूज़पेपर, आइदर इंडियन एक्सप्रेस और द हिंदू, और ऑनलाइन पे आप मिनट रेफर कर सकते हैं फॉर द न्यू कंटेंट. एंड एनी हाउ विल बी सप्लीमेंटिंग इट विद द इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ऑल्सो. तो सर्वे जब जनवरी या फरवरी के मंथ में आ जाता है, एंड दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वी स्पेसिफिकली कंडक्ट 1 week लेक्चर सेपरेटली फॉर द यूनियन बजट एंड द सर्वे. तो कैन सप्लीमेंट योर प्रिपरेशन विद दैट इकोनॉमिक सर्वे. सो सोर्सेज यहाँ पे लिमिटेड है. अगेन आई रिपीट, एसएसएम देसाई फॉर द प्री इंडिपेंडेंस एंड मिशन पुरी फॉर द पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस, एंड देन इकोनॉमिक सर्वे. So this was the topic by segregation for the Indian economy I was referring to. The 10 topic, one was the pre-independence, then agriculture, industry, public finance, monetary, external sector, poverty and employment inequality, and population. Then growth and composition and trend, and planning and development, government scheme, and the current affairs topic. So this was all about the sources part of it. The फ्रॉम वेयर यू कैन रेफर टू. तो लिमिटेड सोर्सेज हैं आपको बाई करने के. वी आर नॉट सजेस्टिंग टू बाई मल्टीपल बुक. फॉलो सम क्रिटिकल बुक. और वो क्रिटिकल बुक कहाँ से, यू कैन से फ्रॉम वेयर वी गॉट दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन के मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर के लिए कुछ से रेफ़र करेंगे. क्वेश्चन के लैंग्वेज से थोड़ा आइडिया लग जाता है कि ये क्वेश्चन फ्रांस से पूछा जा रहा है या मिशनपुरी से पेपर 2 के अंदर पूछा जा रहा है. क्वेश्चन गिव्स यू एन आइडिया. और उस बुक को रेफ़र करते हुए वी ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड द मॉडल आंसर. स्टूडेंट्स फॉलो दैट मॉडल आंसर, दे हैव रिटन दैट मॉडल आंसर, एंड they are being rewarded for that model answer also. So our conviction get reinforced कि okay, this book is ideal for this topic, because there no way there is a list you have to refer market from Kutsanis only, you have to refer classical from the foreign only. So just follow this list. I think most of the question will be able to answer in a very qualitatively improved answer. आप यहाँ से prepare कर सकते हैं just following these books. और बाई नहीं करना है, कि स्कैन कॉपी आपको यहाँ से मिल जाएगी. So this was all about the source and the book list. Now we come to the other important part, which is the answer writing approach. Now this is the most important section. How to write a good answer. Now when you think about writing an answer, you may be knowing a lot of things about any particular topic or any particular section, but when it comes to write an answer, let us say the question is for the 10 marks, you have only 2 sides of it. You may be knowing a lot of things, but you have to write only 2 sides of it. That means at the maximum you can write about I will say 5 to 6 short paragraph. So what you have to write in the first paragraph, because that first and second paragraph will create an image, whether you are writing exact or whether you are writing the same thing by using your own language. If you write by using your own language, then also you are not writing an incorrect answer, you are writing same thing, but you have understood the topic from the book and you have applied your own language in order to write that answer. You may be rewarded with, let us say, 4 out of 10. You have read this, other student have also read the same book with same understanding, but उसने डिटेल नोट्स प्रिपेयर किया या लेक्चर के नोट्स प्रिपेयर किए, मल्टीपल टाइम्स उसे प्रैक्टिस किया, सो दैट वो सेम लैंग्वेज एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में आ जाए, डेली आंसर राइटिंग में प्लस टेस्ट में. दैट स्टूडेंट मे बी गेटिंग, लेट अस से, आई विल से 5 out of 10. But this is the huge difference. If you score 40%, that marks is of no use. If you score 50% overall, you are selected. So just improve, focus on improving 1 marks, and that 1 marks improvement comes with exactness. And when I say exactness, it means a textbook language, but it is very difficult to write that textbook language, because हमने book नहीं लिखी है, अब फ्रॉइड के लैंग्वेज हमारे आंसर में तभी आ सकता है जब हम फ्रॉइड के लैंग्वेज को पहले नोटबुक में लिखें। कोई चैप्टर अगर लेटर से आप फॉर एग्जांपल चैप्टर 3 ऑफ फ्रॉइड एक्सप्लेन वाई क्लासिकल एग्रीगेट सप्लाई कर्व इज वर्टिकल, दैट उस पॉइंट को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए पूरा चैप्टर है, अबाउट 20-25 पेज का वो चैप्टर हो गया। हमारे लिए क्वेश्चन सिर्फ ये हो गया कि हाउ आउटपुट इन अ क्लासिकल मॉडल इज डिटरमाइन फ्रॉम द सप्लाई साइड, एक्सप्लेन, एंड दैट इज फॉर 2 पेज। अब 25 पेज को मुझे 2 पेज में लिखना है, तो नेचुरली फर्स्ट आई विल रीड दैट चैप्टर, अंडरस्टैंड दैट टॉपिक, बट आई विल प्रिपेयर अ नोट्स ऑफ अबाउट लेटर से 5 to 6 साइड, कंसाइज पहले वो करेंगे, फिर उसे आंसर के फॉर्मेट में लिखेंगे और उससे मल्टीपल टाइम्स लिखेंगे, then only the words will come, the paragraph will come, the sentence will come, and that is what is needed when you are answering the question. I will give an example how to prepare. We will be providing a lot of model answer that will give you another idea ki how you have to prepare, but just focus on improving 1 marks in every question. Just improve 1 marks in every question. See, in paper 1 and paper 2, if you combine both, you are writing 19 question in paper 1, 19 question in paper 2, that is 38 question. So an improvement of only 1 marks will improve your score from 240 to 278. 240 is of no use, 278 you can get any rank. So with a marginal improvement, but it is very difficult to explain ki how you can improve your score from 4 to 5 or 4.5 to 5.5. Now to improve marginally, but although it's you can think that improvement marginal करना, but उसके पीछे जो effort है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा लगेगा, because I said repeatedly you have to write the same thing, notes में, फिर daily answer writing में, फिर test में, and so on, and over the years also. It is not that a student is getting selected in the first attempt itself. You may be, may not be, but you have to prepare. So you have to make it a habit of writing daily answer. So regarding the daily answer writing practice, what we'll be having is a markup course, and that markup course will basically is basically a course designed including the daily answer with the test. So when we include the daily answer along with the test, how to proceed it? For this section you will have a detailed schedule, day wise. For optional we have kept 60 days. For every day you get a 5 question with detailed model answer and discussion of those. A detailed model answer of all question plus a discussion, that means 60 into 5, 300 question we take up there. So 300 question है, 2 side का भी answer है, that means 600 pages will be available in the form of answer. And this daily answer writing will basically help you in preparing, in fact I will say revising. आपने prepare तो एक बार content कर लिया, but when you are revising it, then you can revise it just by reading it also, but better way of learning is to write. So just see that daily answer schedule, which will be starting with the 2nd of June for this year 2026 attempt, as well as for the next year attempt. Now what is the core feature of this markup 2.2? You get a basically schedule of daily answer writing. You can refer to this. This one. See, for every day, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7 till day 60. Like for example, it will start from the 2nd of June, first week allocated for the micro, and I said micro के अंदर 4 parts है: market structure, distribution, welfare और Marshall and evaluation approach. So first 3 days is allocated for the market. First you have to revise your notes, then see the model answer uploaded for this 15 question in the market structure. Try to learn it and then write it. Again I repeat, refer to the notes first, then see our model answer, preferably see the discussion also. Try to learn it and then write it. Try to just replicate it. You can say what is the advantage of just replicating it. Advantage is that it will give you exactness. Your purpose is to write a good answer there, and good answer means a structured answer, textbook language. So I have taken that textbook language in the model answer, and I am expecting that you will be writing in the same order. But you will say, if everyone will write in the same order, all answer will become similar. No, हर स्टूडेंट की लर्न करने की एबिलिटी अलग है, रीप्रोड्यूस करने की एबिलिटी अलग है, और हर पर्सन जो मैं कह रहा हूँ वो उससे मानेंगे नहीं. I will say write every answer, but every student is not doing it. Those who will do it and consistently they are doing it, and those who are able to reproduce it in the examination, तो वहाँ पे आके ह्यूज डिफरेंस हो जाता है. एंड आई सेड अगेन, बहुत डिफरेंस नहीं करना मुझे आंसर में, जस्ट फॉर 1 मार्क्स, बट दैट विल क्यूमुलेटिव इम्पैक्ट उसका ज़्यादा होगा. तो फर्स्ट वीक इज एलोकेटेड फॉर द माइक्रो, सेकेंड वीक इज फॉर द मैक्रो. So once you have done with 2 week daily answer writing practice, then it is the time for your regular test. And these 2 regular tests, that is 3 hour test, ये as per UPSC format होगा. Complete section A, section B के question होंगे all 28. Then first test is a sectional test for paper 1. Micro का पूरा section नहीं आएगा, micro का only market structure, और मैक्रो का क्लासिकल और कंडीशन, ओनली दैट पार्ट विल बी पार्ट ऑफ द फर्स्ट पेपर. द सेकंड सेक्शनल टेस्ट फॉर माइक्रो मैक्रो विल इंक्लूड द रिमेनिंग पार्ट ऑफ माइक्रो and मैक्रो. रिमेनिंग मीन्स वेलफेयर, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, मार्शिलियन, एंड रिमेनिंग पार्ट ऑफ द मैक्रो. तो वंस यू कंप्लीट द डेली आंसर फॉर माइक्रो एंड मैक्रो, देन राइट द सेक्शनल 2 टेस्ट फॉर माइक्रो एंड मैक्रो. तो डेली आंसर में मैंने लर्न कर लिया. अब जब आप ये सेक्शनल टेस्ट लिखते हैं तो यहाँ रेफर नहीं करना है मॉडल आंसर, ऑल्दो यू विल हैव द मॉडल आंसर दिस ऑल्सो. यहाँ पे रेफर कर सकते हो आप, यहाँ रेफर नहीं करना है. यहाँ पे पहले आपको खुद लिखना है, एंड देन यू कैन रेफर टू द मॉडल आंसर एंड सी द डिस्कशन, एंड देन ट्राई टू इनकॉर्पोरेट इट एंड यू मे राइट इट अगेन. देन थर्ड वीक इज एलोकेटेड फॉर मनी बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस. आफ्टर दैट यू विल फेस द थर्ड टेस्ट फॉर मनी एंड बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस ओनली. तो 28 क्वेश्चन फॉर मनी बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस अलोन. Then we come up with the Indian economy section for brief 10 days, followed by sectional test of the Indian economy. Then paper 2 Indian economy, again the sectional test. So 2 tests for sectional we take after completing the daily answer for 10 days. Then we come to the international and growth and development. So we complete the international and growth and development. I think 10 plus days will be for the international economics because weightage इसका ज़्यादा है. And then growth and development, and then sectional test for international growth and development. So what we will be doing in the sectional test of international growth development, we will not take the entire international economics in the first test, only the theories part, and growth and development only the model part. In the second test we take the BOP section and the remaining part of the growth and development. So international and growth and development के 2 अलग अलग sectional test हो गए, and then the remaining part of the international, and then followed by all the full length tests. So when I write full length, it is full syllabus. For paper 1 you will have 3 full length tests, and for paper 2 you will have 2. That means in total 5 full length tests and 7 sectional tests. So in total there will be 12 tests for paper 1 and paper 2. So in terms of daily answer, I said it is 60 days. You get 5 question every day, that means 300 question. In the regular test, all tests as per the UPSC format, there are 12. Every test will have 28 question. So this will be 336 question here. So a pool of 636 number of question you are preparing, and you get model answer of each and discussion. So even if it is a 2-side answer in the form of model answer, 636 question के answer है, तो more than 1200 pages will be available in the form of answer for this markup course. So this markup course is basically, it has basically helped many. We have started this markup just from the last year, and we are calling it now a markup 2.0 with some added feature. Added is that last year there was no evaluation because this is very voluminous every, let us say even if 100 students are writing daily 5 questions, it will become 500 question for me. तो लास्ट से evaluation का part नहीं था, but we are trying to evaluate at least 20% of the आंसर शीट जो आप डेली में अपलोड करोगे. लाइक अगर 2 टेस्ट हमने माइक्रो का कर दिया, सो दैट यू गेट अ फीडबैक, बिकॉज द वाई द फोकस इज नॉट ऑन द एवेल्यूशन, बिकॉज आई सेड फर्स्ट रीड द मॉडल आंसर, सी द डिस्कशन एंड देन राइट इट. तो लिखना तो वही है जो मैं आपको ऑलरेडी लिख के दे रहा हूँ, बट स्टिल आई एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग द प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ इट, द आंसर, हाउ यू आर बेसिकली राइटिंग दैट आंसर. सो इनकॉर्पोरेट दैट, प्रेफरेबली इसी फॉर्मेट में करना. अगर 2026 में अगर मेंस है तो 2 जून से स्टार्ट हो जाएगा और इट विल एंड बाय 12 अगस्त, 19 या 21 अगस्त आई थिंक मेंस विल बी फॉर 2026. इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर 2027 then also start here, but you will have more time, so it is not mandatory in that case to write it every day, and you can start later on as well. It is flexible completely. It is not mandatory कि 2 जून को लिखा तो 2 जून को ही आपको आंसर अपलोड करना है. You can write it later on also. सपोज आपने स्टार्ट किया जुलाई में, अगस्त में स्टार्ट किया, नेक्स्ट ईयर का अटेम्प्ट है, आप इसको ब्रेक कर सकते हैं. 60 डेज को टेक 1 डे फॉर लर्निंग एंड राइट इट नेक्स्ट डे. तो एक दिन हम लर्न कर रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट डे उसको लिख रहे हैं, तो ये 160 विल बिकम 120 डेज, 4 मंथ का प्रोग्राम हो जाएगा. तो दैट विल बी फॉर दोज हु आर प्लानिंग टू राइट मेंस नेक्स्ट ईयर. For this year you don't have that much time. So I hope this daily answer writing practice will basically help. So this is different from the first one in terms of evaluation. यहाँ पे evaluation का part we are adding 20% evaluation. At least we will try to have 20% evaluation for it. But for every question for sure you will be getting the model answer and there will be discussion as well. Clear? So this was all about the answer writing part, including the daily answer. Now I think we have explained all few things. What we are offering here is there are 4 type of courses and you can take any one. One is the foundation batch, which will include 5 things. One, the regular lecture, which will be I think 150 to 160 lecture spread over 5 to 6 months. So student joining in the month of May or June, expect that their syllabus will be over before year end. That is one part. Second, you get the daily answer writing practice of 60 days. Third, you get the test series of 12 tests. Fourth, you get the study material, which is compilation of different sources. And fifth, you get the mentorship, the regular guidance. I repeat, if you take a foundation batch, so what we are offering, if you take the foundation, regular foundation batch, you get basically in terms of lecture 150 to 160, then you get the daily answer writing practice, then test, study material and mentorship. Now if you choose only this course, mentorship, then you get naturally the mentorship, the test series, the daily answer writing, study material, but not the complete 160 lecture. If I say 160 lecture here, for mentorship you get an option to see about 50 lecture as per your requirement. Suppose you are not requiring lecture support for entire syllabus, but you need assistance for Indian economy, which will having about, let us say, 50 lecture, or you need assistance for international, which is a critical one. So you can take only that section. So it is as per your requirement, as per your demand. So you can choose out of that 160 lecture, you can choose 50 lecture as per your need. So you are not getting the complete lecture, so that will be your mentorship, rest all will be there. If you take the markup program, then you get you are not getting the regular lecture any, rest all, that is daily answer writing program, test series, study material and the guidance. And if you take only test series, then it will be excluding that 60 days daily answer writing practice. You can say only test series, that is the very minimum requirement, include 60 days it will become the markup. Include few lectures, mentorship. Include all lecture, it will become the regular foundation batch. Sorry. Clear? So I think we have explained all, and you can see these batches. The upcoming is starting from 26th of May, 1st, then 16th of June, 2nd July, and 23rd of July 2026. So you have 4 options to choose, and the markup course is starting from 2nd of June. Clear? Now one more thing is what I was saying is the cutoff. I will come to this part. And the score of 2025. See, ये UPSC के साइट पे अवेलेबल है, you can refer to this. Cutoff for 2025. So for prelims, general category, the cutoff was 92.66. For mains, out of 1750, 739. So 739 will make up around 42%. 963 for the final. So 963 out of 2025. That is including the interview. That will come out to be, I think, in terms of percentage, 47%. So 47 to 48%, that means for mains, you have to score about 42.2% for qualifying. But if you just qualify, remote chance है कि सिलेक्शन होगा, बिकॉज काफ़ी 739 और ये मेंस मिला करके इंटरव्यू मिला करके 963 है, तो मोर देन 200 मार्क्स. ठीक है, दैट इज़ क्वाइट इम्पॉसिबल. सो 40, दैट मीन्स जो मेंस का कट ऑफ है, फ्रॉम दैट कट ऑफ आई विल से 80 to 100 मार्क्स above you need to score in the mains. So if the cutoff is 939, you can add 80 to 100 marks at that. That means more than 1000. If you score more than 1000, then I think with a fair interview, you can qualify and you can get more better rank as well. Like the score for AIS 16 was 1025 overall. 1025 becomes 50.61. 1025 for overall. So you need to score, but our score in interview itself was more than 200. But I said overall score of 1025 for AIR 16. So you need to score more than 800 marks, I will say, for mains. और वहाँ पे अगर ऑप्शनल आपको 275 to 300 का नंबर दे रहा है, तो इट इज़ बेसिकली पुलिंग योर स्कोर, बिकॉज द कट ऑफ आई सेड 42% है. अच्छे रैंक के लिए यू नीड टू स्कोर ओवरऑल 50%, बट एनी ऑप्शनल इज गिविंग यू 275 प्लस, इट मीन्स 55% प्लस स्कोर आ रहा है. सो दैट मार्क्स विल बेसिकली पुल यू. सो इफ यू स्कोर more than 50%, more than 275 to 300, it basically help to get a better rank. तो just focus on the cut off marks also. वो idea होना चाहिए आपको कि कितने marks कट ऑफ के फॉर्मेट में लास्ट ट्रेंड प्रीलिम्स का भी क्लियर होना चाहिए और मेंस का भी, और प्लस द फाइनल. क्लियर? सो आई थिंक वी हैव एक्सप्लेन ऑल द डायमेंशंस ऑफ दिस open session. We have taken, in fact, again I repeat just in short, we have explained why, on what basis you are choosing this economics optional, and again in this section I will re-emphasize that if you have the interest in this subject, you may or may not have the background, but if you have the interest in the subject, you can take it. If you have the interest in the subject, you can take it, because it is not requiring any core or technical understanding. सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट रिक्वायर्ड है, किसी स्पेसिफिक बैकग्राउंड की तरह जरूरत नहीं है कि मुझे मैथ्स आना चाहिए देन आई विल टेक इट. लाइक एनी अदर ऑप्शन, लाइक प्योर जो साइंस के पेपर होते हैं उसका बैकग्राउंड चाहिए. यहाँ पे कोई बैकग्राउंड रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं. विल स्टार्ट द लेक्चर फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच अज्यूमिंग दैट स्टूडेंट ने कभी इकोनॉमिक्स नहीं पढ़ी. सो दैट इज वन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट वी हैव टू ऐड देयर. देन वी हैव एक्सप्लेन द सिलेबस पार्ट, paper 1 and paper 2, and it is mostly a static one. इट इज़ नॉट दैट मच डायनेमिक. देन पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन में कितने रिपीट हो रहे हैं, अगेन आई रिपीट 75 to 80% क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो रहे हैं. यू कैन वेरीफाई इट फ्रॉम द पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन एंड वी हैव सेपरेटेड द टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चन फॉर ईच एंड एवरी टॉपिक. सो यू कैन रेफर टू दैट. दैट मीन्स कोई भी डिसीजन अगर आप ले रहे हैं देन इट मस्ट बी बेस्ड अपॉन द फैक्ट. आप you can consult to those candidates who are selected, you can consult to your seniors, they will be guiding you in a better way. पास्ट क्वेश्चन का डिस्क्रिप्शन यहाँ पे है. आंसर राइटिंग में अगेन आई रिपीट यू कैन राइट ऑन योर ओन ऑल्सो बट प्रेफरेबली राइट फ्रॉम द कोर बुक. दैट विल मेक अ माइनर डिफरेंस बट उसका क्यूमुलेटिव इम्पैक्ट ज़्यादा होगा. प्रेफरेबली टेक्स्ट बुक से आपको लिखना है. Yes, I think we forgot to add this content. See, when you get the daily answer writing practice, you will be getting question like this for every day. Just a sample here. For the market sector topic, if generally what we do in the daily answer writing practice is that we deliberately take 3 questions from the past year because वो question repeat होते हैं. और I said myself is saying that 75 to 80% क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो रहे हैं तो नेचुरली मुझे पास से क्वेश्चन को पहले कवर करना है. तो 3 क्वेश्चन तो डेलिबरेटली लिए जाएंगे लाइक डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन परसीव्ड एंड द प्रोपोर्शनल डिमांड कर्व इन द मोनोपोलिस्टिक के क्वेश्चन पास्ट ईयर में आ रखा है. सो वी प्लस कंजेक्चुअल वेरिएशन का क्वेश्चन है बट देयर आर सम न्यू क्वेश्चन लाइक बिजनेस स्टीलिंग. तो यू गेट सम पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन प्लस सम न्यू क्वेश्चन विच मीन्स 60% क्वेश्चन पास्ट ईयर हो जाएगा, 40% क्वेश्चन न्यू है. Reason of taking new question that if you are not reading any new question then you cannot expect yourself that you will be able to solve any new question. अगर हमने सिर्फ पास्ट ईयर ही किया हुआ है तो पास्ट ईयर के साथ जो पास्ट ईयर वाले क्वेश्चन आएंगे वो तो बन जाएंगे बट इसमें सिस्टमैटिक मिस्टेक होने के चांस है एडेप्टिव एक्सपेक्टेशन के बिकॉज यू आर रेफरिंग ओनली टू द पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन. सो यू हैव टू इनकॉर्पोरेट द न्यू क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो. अगर हमने इफ़ यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट यू कैन आंसर सम न्यू क्वेश्चन तो नए क्वेश्चन पढ़ने की हैबिट भी होनी चाहिए, न्यू टॉपिक को रेफर भी करना है. सो विल टेक केयर ऑफ दैट इन द डेली आंसर राइटिंग कैटेगरी एंड फॉर ईच एंड एवरी टॉपिक यू बेसिकली गेट अ डिटेल आंसर. सो व्हाट आई एम एम्फसाइजिंग यू हैव टू राइट एज पर दिस, रीड इट, राइट. ये कंटेंट आपको बुक के अंदर भी मिल जाएगा बट अगेन आई रिपीट बुक में वो डिटेल होता है, 20-25 पेज का चैप्टर है और यहाँ पे 2 साइड का आंसर है. So this type of exactness is required when you are writing the answer and this type of presentation is needed. Short paragraph, multiple, underline करने keywords को और textbook language में लिख देना. तो for this type of answer you will be getting for each and every question. Like market concentration I get refers to the extent to which a small number of firms dominate the total sales. So that type of statement you have to learn. You can learn it by writing it multiple times. So and when you get the total number of when you are referring to this part और जितने भी फुल लेंथ टेस्ट होंगे उन सब का पैटर्न फुल सिलेबस की तरह होगा. मतलब फुल लेंथ जैसे यूपीएससी में पेपर होता है वैसे ही रहना है. इवन सेक्शनल टेस्ट का भी जो पैटर्न होगा वो ऐसे ही होना है. सेक्शन ए विल हैव फर्स्ट कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन, देन 3 क्वेश्चन मोर, देन सेक्शन बी अगेन फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन कंपल्सरी एंड remaining, and we will include some numerical question as well and again you get the model answer of all those questions. Daily answer में भी plus test इसके अंदर भी. तो total number of question is 636 question and you are getting answer of this type for each and every question. So this was the point which, so answer writing we have explained, the sources and book list we have shared. The result of this year are good, I will say, in terms of the success rate. The number of students qualifying with economics optional has increased, but there must be some reason why the success rate is, although it is never as a very popular subject in the sense mass will not take it, that is for sure. But students with economics background or students having some interest is taking it and they are doing it fairly well. Pass percentage काफ़ी better है. That means in this list of around let us say 18-19 students is out of 30 जिन्होंने इंटरव्यू दिया. तो इंटरव्यू में we can say the percentage success percentage 60% हो गया. फिर Once you clear the prelims, your chance of getting selection in the mains improves further, and once you clear the mains, your chance of getting selected with this optional increase furthermore. But you have to take care of the first stage, that is prelims. Clear? So I think I have explained everything in this session. Still, if you have any query related to the strategy or regarding the mentorship, you can call me on this number anytime. Clear? So I hope this session, it must have resolved some of your query, and it will help you in improving your preparation strategy. Thank you.